Hey family, it's your boy, and I'm back with another 9-card spread for y'all. And the theme we got for you today is shame, perception, inner voice, truth to self, self-esteem, defensiveness, fears, disappointment, and admiration. And what I'm getting off the surface of these is someone is ashamed to speak their inner voice and show their true self to someone they admire, bringing on self-esteem issues, question, defensiveness, and fear, and their perception of the situation is that the person they admire will be disappointed in who they are. That's what I'm getting off the surface. But let's dive deep in the meat. I can definitely relate to this. Matter of fact, everybody that got a monologue in their head can relate to this. So let's get into this. First card is shame. And it says, think about a time when you felt shame. What was happening? When it comes to this type of situation, it was always right after rejection. When I was younger, girls used to soup my head up just to see me fail. They would say their friend was into me, and when I went to talk to them, they started down talking me, saying ew and stuff like that. I don't want your ugly ass, and get to laughing at me. Them and their friends started laughing at me at that point, and I felt shame. And this is what made me start avoiding rejection, because that shit hurts. It has happened many times that way. Next card is perception, and it says, how do you think others see you? How would you like to be seen, and why? I think people see me as someone to toy with, not worth their time, nor on their level. How I want to be seen? As this charming, mysterious, passionate guy who has a lot to offer, love and wisdom to give. Why? Because in my family, when you was a looker, we used to say you got the Allen charm. And for a while I had that, till the world got a hold of me. People took advantage of me. Mostly females when it comes to this type of situation. Always souping my head up and stuff. Down talking me. Yeah. Even when someone new joined the family and they was a looker, we always said you got that Allen charm. That was our saying. Yeah. Next card is inner voice. And it says, what inner voice do you try to silence? When it comes to talking to women, I try to silence the voices from the past of the girls degrading me and laughing at me, and those feelings of defeat and shame and unworthiness. All that pops up when it's time to converse with women or with anyone periodically when it comes to rejection. Like I said, in past sessions, rejection is a bitch for me. Next card is true to self, and it says, Do you ever feel like you're not being true to yourself? Well, yes and no. Part of me feel I am being true to self by not putting myself through that type of hurt no more. The other part is confident and think I'm worthy, but rejection always wins out. And I just avoid going through that type of pain again. Next card is self-esteem, and it says, what is the relationship between your shadow self and your self-esteem? The shadow here is shame, and my self-esteem relationship with it is low. It keeps me always avoiding talking to women or talking to people periodically. It has me in that mindset if a woman really wanted me, she'd come to me. I am done trying. Even now that I can read energy and know a woman is into me, I still don't approach them because of that mindset of them making the first move. And that's how I'll know it's legit. Next card is defensiveness. And it says, when do you feel most defensive about, what do you feel most defensive about when it's brought up? Now, when someone tries to hook me up and say someone likes me, I doubt it and get defensive and say they don't, and say that they don't like me. And they'll keep trying to get me to go talk to the person. And it always go back into my mind of what happened when I was young, when I was sent to go to talk to someone. And I just refused to go over to do it. Most times I'll probably go over in that general direction and just walk on by. Or I'll just stand somewhere near to make it look legit that I'm talking to them, but I'm not. And then go back over to them and just tell them that she's not into me and that she got a man or something like that. Next card is fears. And it says, do you have any unexplained fears or phobias? Could they be connected to your shadow self? I guess you can say I got the fear of rejection. Because when it comes to me, people are always extra when it comes to rejection of me. They make faces, use ill, words like that, just all around extra. They with the verbiage. They can never just say no without saying some extra stuff. Next card is disappointment. And it says, think about a time when someone you looked up to disappointed you. What were your expectations? It would probably be my first love, the one I thought was my true love. She set the standard for women. I wanted that I wanted. Because every woman I thought I liked, I always looked for her in them. And of course, I was met with disappointment. But it has taught me that even across time, who you thought was your true love really isn't. And that realization has made me disappointed as well in her, because we were deeply entranced with each other in the heavens. But this lifetime has shown me otherwise. The hardships of this world tore us apart. Next card is admiration. And it says, what traits do you admire in others? these be disowned aspects of yourself. I admire the passion and charm that I used to have. All that while everyone is able to tap into that. While everyone is able to tap into that effortlessly, rejection has made it private within me and only bring it out if and when I'm with my person. Now the time has come to get y'all down here with the extra insight and integration card. And what I have for you with this one is when in life questions more often I want to be the last time help and lease could have heart and informed decision. And what I'm getting off the surface of these is question when was the last time you made an informed decision from the heart that at least helped you become who you wanted to be? Could you do this more often? Try it in this situation of admiration. That's what I'm getting off the surface. But let's dive deep into these. When in lie says, when was the first time I lied to myself? When it comes to shame, in the beginning, I lied to myself saying maybe I was ugly and deserved the treatment. And it left me wondering if something was wrong with me. I started believing in what those girls were saying to me. Next card is questions. And it says, am I asking the right questions when it comes to perception? Maybe the question I should have asked is why they're seeing me like this, in this way. And what did I even do to them trying to see things from their perspective to get a better understanding of their perception of me? Next card is more often, and it says, what words should I use more often? What would that say about me when it comes to inner voice? I should say I love you to myself more often, but that word has been thrown around so much it's lost its meaning and it lost its meaning and feeling for me. So instead of saying it, I really should just show it. Next card is want to be, and it says, what am I doing daily to become the person I want to be when it comes to true to self? On the daily, I've been working on my books and spiritual practices, which is still a work in progress. Enough said. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want no sabotage. But the work will help bring up my value and worth. Next card is the last time. And it says, when was the last time I told myself how great I am when it comes to self-esteem? When I realized how far along I've come in the last 4 months, that's when I told myself how great I was, when I saw the process of it all, of all the work that I've done. Things don't happen overnight. It's a process. And though this process is taking its sweet time, I still can see that it's all coming together. But I have never told myself I was great in the wake of speaking to females or people in general. My self-esteem is still sore when it comes to that situation. Next card is help and lease. And it says, who can I help the least when it comes to defensiveness? I help myself the least when I fake the funk to avoid rejection instead of going ahead and giving it a real try and stop thinking every woman is that way. Though it has shown me time and time again to prove that I'm right. But I guess I just need a spiritual woman that will accept me and my eccentric ways more than those unconscious religious ones. Next card is could've. And it says, what's the worst that could have happened when it comes to fears? The worst that can happen is I turn out like these other men that can't handle rejection properly and lay hands on women and call them out their names. But I'm not built like that. So I just avoid the situation. Let them come to me if they really want me. Next card is heart. And it says, when was the last time I felt my heart explode? What happened when it comes to disappointment? It was when my first love swooned when she was around me. Her whole body language just melted my heart. The way she contorted her body sexually and sensually when she was in my presence. It just, whew, when a woman swoons, man, that's how you know a woman is into you, when she can control their body language. But nowadays, women use that type of body language to confuse men. Because most men, when they see a woman walk off sensually and stuff like that, and they try to go talk to them, the woman gets an attitude. It attracts those men that can't handle rejection properly. And problems start ensuing. Remember, there's always a cause and effect. Next card is informed decision. And it says, what relationship in my life is informing my decision right now and why? The relationship with my first love is what's stopping me from admiring anyone else for who they may be, because she set that standard. Because she was the one who didn't reject me initially. Keep in mind, that was a 10-year relationship. And though it was off and on because of moving around our hometown and stuff, that love never wavered until Sean, aka Chris, came. And of course, the witchcraft and the other stuff, the denial of the family. When all that came, it all went downhill. Lyra's up next, and I'll see y'all in the next video.